I would have loved to have just been a mechanic. I mean, that was probably the coolest I've ever felt. Like,
more than when you're on a stage and have girls completely fawning over you. Kinsey here with YHN, and on this edition of Guest List Only, guess who gets to hang out backstage with the dandy Warhols? You do! You know, I've been a fan of yours for 10 years.
that was when he put out our kind of 80s-ish, when everyone was, Jack White had come out and put out the White Stripes. I don't remember which record it was, but it was just the shot heard around the world. And I guess that was just the monster trend for like 6-7 years, too. We should have milked it.
Yeah. And how have you evolved with this machine?
There wasn't as many decisions that had to be made of which is the most important track to present the song live. There was just the ones we each did, learn and play them.
14 tracks of guitar and 2 guys holding guitars on stage. Okay, which one,
And is it really 2 hours? Because I was reading reviews online and people were saying that your show was 2 hours long, and I was like, oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, we cut an hour out of our show a few years back.
Oh. It used to be 3, the 3-hour tour.
I mean, do you have a favorite place to play? Because I know that you are huge all over the world.
Dublin.
Oh, wow.
God, amazing. What?
Really fun audience.
God, yeah, Dublin. Yeah, Dublin's.
Yeah, they're not all the same. I mean, Dutch are like kind of reserved and quiet and waiting for you to draw them out. I mean, you do see the different personalities in the audiences in the different countries.
Yeah.
We only got to see a sneak peek of your journey, but it was such an interesting journey in Dig. Do you have any regrets when you look back on your career? Is there anywhere where you went left and you wish you would have gone right?
Yeah, the movie wasn't really much of a documentary, I don't know, I can't speak for the Jonestown Massacre, but for our side, we were just, we wouldn't see that lady for like 2-3 years, and she would come in and have all these things she needed us to say, like, and we're going to go do this, come on, you guys got to do this. So our part, we should have gone in for the editing. I didn't like the way we turned out at all. I didn't recognize our personalities. I saw somebody else that I did not like very much. At the end of the day, you've got to appeal to the lowest common denominator. If you want to have a successful film, you've got to have angry, fighty nastiness. But
or she felt that she did.
Oh, yeah.
To us, it was this story of friendship and adventure and figuring out life and all the mysteries of rock and roll. And we thought this amazing story was going to be told, and we saw it and went,
I would swear to God that there's 9-year-olds outside waiting for you. It's so cool.
Well, we always said 8 to 80 was our fan, the age span of our fans, but
our target market.
Now, our target market. But now it's really true. There'll be a guy with white eyebrows and white hair next to a 17-year-old that's just like, I love you guys.
People showing up at our shows, they're probably kind of a bit elevated and a bit intellectual, and we've always just kind of felt that we're a band for the smart kids, I had a late night with Robert Smith from The Cures in Greece after a show we played with them years ago, and it was before we got big, and he said, Courtney, you're going to get huge, and you're going to hate it. And I was like, no, man, And he goes, when we came out after Disintegration, we weren't playing 2,000-seat venues, we were playing stadiums, and the first 500 people in my audience were wearing baseball caps, and not all of them even were on frontwards.
Do you have any advice for the smart kids that are in the music business or want to be in the music business, how they can achieve their dreams?
Being a brilliant artist is about as much a vocation as good health. I was working as a Volkswagen mechanic when we got signed to Capitol. Yeah, find something you like to do,
What was I doing?
Yeah.
Working at Montage? Washing dishes.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I would have loved to have just been a mechanic. I mean, that was probably the coolest I've ever felt. Like, I felt like a really sexy, cool dude being a mechanic.
More than when you're on a stage and have girls completely fawning over you?
I'm way too busy thinking of, like, music. It's such a big jump. Playing and singing and patting your head or rubbing your belly and trying to do it in sync with these other 3 people who are slightly different bat head belly things, and it's just like,
Well, I can't wait to see you guys tonight, and I'm about to go raid your merch table.
Ah,
Just
we
so
got
you know.
good stuff out there.
I know you do. I am so excited.